Welcome to Yoga and Meditation with Alisa. Today I wanted to give you a prop tutorial. Yin Yoga uses props. We do. And not everyone needs them, but it's great to have them nearby. The most important prop that we need for Yin Yoga is not just a yoga mat, but something to go on top of the yoga mat. Look at how thin this yoga mat is. It's great for other styles of yoga, but in Yin Yoga, it's not thick enough. And we sometimes are holding poses for a significant period of time, and we need to have more cushion. So if you see here, I have actually a cushion on top. I also have a sheepskin. I'm sitting on a folded blanket, and it's all helping me feel more comfortable in this posture, and my ankles aren't, rubbing against the wooden floor. It's just more supportive and more comfortable. So I would definitely encourage you to use those kind of props, a cushion, a sheepskin. If you don't have either of those, you can just take a couple of blankets and put them over your mat. That works great too. Speaking of these blankets, you can also roll them and they can become a prop. So for instance, when we sit on our heels in Seiza, sometimes people like to have a prop in between their heel and their butt, and it takes less pressure off of their ankles if it's uncomfortable. It may even help with some discomfort in the knee. And so you can use a blanket quite easily. You could also use a pillow. Like this is just a throw pillow from my couch, and that's nice and cushy, feels good. If I wanted something more, thick, I would use a bolster. This is actually a yoga bolster. You can purchase them online. A yoga bolster is about the same size as a couch pillow as far as the width of it. So if you have a couch pillow that you could take off and you don't want to invest in a bolster, you could do that. Bolsters are used for all sorts of things, right? Forward bend, supported forward bend. Another way to do a forward bend with a prop would be to take a yoga block. So I can put my elbows on this yoga block, and it's another support. You could also use a box, if you have a box that won't collapse underneath you, or a thicker book. You could use that instead. But a yoga block comes in handy. We may also put two hands, to increase the stretch in our shoulders. I mean, these yoga blocks are used for so much. A round bolster can be nice as well. And with a round bolster, let's say if I'm in dragon pose, I could actually almost sit on it, lean into it, and relax into the posture. And that's really great for that. I like the round bolsters for that. But again, you could, if you wanted to, you could prop up with another type of bolster and a block and use that support as well. We also do use the wall. The wall is a really big prop for Yin Yoga, and we can do every single Yin Yoga posture against the wall. So it's not only putting your legs up against the wall, which is a great one, but we can do gluteal stretches this way, right? We can squat against the wall, use it as a support. It's pretty awesome. Have a wall nearby if you can, or a closed door. Make sure that it's closed though and that someone can't open it up while you're against it, because that could be dangerous. Then lastly, I wanted to talk about the yoga strap or the yoga belt. In Yin Yoga, look how long it is. We get the real long ones, and that's because we use it to relax into the posture. So if you have a shorter belt, which you could use a belt even from your closet. You could use a scarf, you could use a blanket. Let's say, I want to stretch, right? But if I'm doing that, if I have a short belt, look, I'm having to lift my head off the ground. I'm having to pull with my arms. It's not very yin. In the longer belt, I'm able to, it would wrap around my shoulder, but I don't have to lift up so much. It's basically counterintuitive to have to lift and strong arm yourself into a posture that you're supposed to be relaxing in. So if you're going to purchase a belt, get a long one. If you're going to use one from home, from your closet, it will never be this long, but maybe you can string some of them together. Do you need to purchase all of these specialty items? Of course you don't. Like I said, instead of a block, you could use a box or a thick book. Instead of a yoga bolster, you could use a couch pillow. Instead of a cushion or a sheepskin, you could put a couple of folded blankets over your yoga mat. And yeah, I think that's about it. You could always use any pillow that you want to have underneath you. Instead, let's say you don't want to be sitting on a blanket, you want to sit on your pillow. What feels best for you? But go through, try to find these items beforehand. You don't want to be searching for them while you're doing these yoga classes. And enjoy, have fun, and use them to your advantage, because that's what they're there for. Thank you so much for joining Yoga with Alisa. Have a great day. Namaste.